Hi guys, I'm Broke Bandit, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to prepare for emergencies on only $20 a paycheck. But before I jump into this video, this is my first ever YouTube video, so I just want to explain a little bit about myself. I really like camping, I really like hiking, I really like doing anything outside, I like shooting guns. I'm a basic dude, so why do I prep? Is the end of the world coming? Probably not. That being said, we will all experience emergencies in our lifetime. We will all experience times where it's going to be nice to have a little bit of extra food on hand, where maybe money is tight and it's going to be good to not have to go to the grocery store. Maybe we're going to have a situation where we can't get to the grocery store and it's nice to have a little grocery set aside. I don't care if you live in a low-income housing apartment complex. I don't care if you work at a gas station. I don't care if you're an accountant. I don't care if you're barely making $20,000 a year. I'm sure some of you guys wish that you were making $20,000 a year. People of all walks of life can prepare for emergencies and can learn skills that will allow them to take care of themselves and the people they love. What really got me into prepping was in 2020 when the big C hit. When the virus hit, all I had as far as food storage goes was half a Little Caesars pizza and 2 White Monster energy drinks. And if you think that's not emergency preparedness, you have not seen what a man can do when he downs 2 White Monsters. But all that being said, going to the grocery store and having to fight to get bread, peanut butter, honey, going to multiple stores and facing crowds of people all trying to get the same thing for basic groceries that you need to survive, that was a sobering experience, and I think it was a sobering experience for a lot of us. So that's what started me on my journey to be prepared for emergencies, to be able to take care of my family. It's also important to me that if things do go bad, that I do not have to sacrifice my morals out of desperation for food, water, things to take care of me, my wife, my family, my dog. And so I don't want to be one of those dudes who has to become a bandit, ironic, given the channel name, just because I need to feed my family. I want to have that stuff already on hand so that I can not have to go out, put my life on the line, maybe sacrifice my morals by stealing, or who knows if things get really bad, what that means. I don't want any of that. I want to always be somebody that I can look in the mirror and say that I'm a good person and believe it and know that I'm a good person. And you do that by preparing to take care of yourself and to take care of others so that you don't have to take from others. So today, we are going to be talking about the 3 fundamental resources of preparedness and how to slowly accrue them over time instead of making big purchases. So those big 3 things are food, water, and ammo. There's a ton of other stuff in the preparedness community that people will sell you on. All of those things are cool, but at the end of the day, you can't eat your tent. Your tent's not going to protect your food. I don't care how nice of a truck you have. I don't care how cool a solar generator you have. You need basic resources, calories in, calories out, the ability to stay hydrated, the ability to keep other people or bad actors from taking it from you and the ones you love. So now that we know what those 3 resources are, how are we going to store them on $20 a paycheck? Pretty simple. Every time you get paid, tuck $20 away. Next time you go grocery shopping, take those $20 and split it up to buy about 2 of those resources. You don't need to buy all 3 resources at a time. So for me, that looks like every time I go grocery shopping, I pick up a couple extra cans of canned soups that I like. I'll buy boxed rice, instant potatoes, things I know that will store. I buy a pallet of water bottles. Every once in a while, I buy a box of ammo. And that's basically the process. So yeah, thanks for watching my video. No, for real though, pretty much is that simple. Things that I enjoy buying is, like I said, canned soup, box of rice, instant potatoes, freezer things that you know will store. You are going to face power outages in your lifetime, but don't be afraid to store things in your freezer. My favorite thing to store in the freezer too, I learned this from my grandma, is a loaf of bread. Take a loaf of bread from the grocery store, throw it in the freezer. When I need it, thaw it out. So thanks, Grandma. I love you. And just in case I forgot to record this earlier, the food you want to stockpile needs to meet 2 categories. 1, you want it to have a shelf life of at least a year. The goal is to store this away and use it when you need it. 2, you want it to be something you'll actually eat. Don't starve to death because you won't eat the saltine crackers in your pantry. And don't be full, but be sad because you bought 10 pounds of saltine crackers and that's all you have to eat. And real quick, I've already recorded the food portion of this video, but I decided to give you guys a little demonstration. So these are just some quick, easy things you can grab at the grocery store that's gonna fall within that $20 budget. This is literally just white rice, got some mashed potatoes, canned soups of some sort, canned vegetables. This alone, you can make a lot of some pretty versatile meals. Versatile? I don't know, you tell me. Anyways, you can make some pretty broad-ranging meals with this stuff. There's more stuff you can buy. Just kind of figure it out as you go. Just make it fit those 2 categories. 1, shelf life of at least a year, and 2, you're going to actually eat it. Water is pretty easy. We're gonna sort water into 2 categories, potable and non-potable. And that's funny prepper speak for drinkable and not drinkable. And so we're going to buy drinkable water. I just pick up vats of water bottles. And then we're also, in that $20 budget, going to buy things that's going to allow us to filter water. Okay, I'm back. So, as far as water bottles go, this is what I have on me right now in my apartment. I keep a case in my truck, I keep a case in my wife's car. But besides that, maybe 1 or 2 more cases of water bottles is all I'm ever going to have in my apartment. I live in a 1-bedroom apartment. My process for buying water bottles is I buy cases of water bottles wherever I go. This was Costco, this was Target, this is Walmart, just kind of wherever I go grocery shopping. So once you've filled up on water bottles, you're going to switch to purifying your water, or methods to purify your water. So these are water tablets. I'll get behind my little island here and actually show this to the camera here in a second. But these are just tablets from a brand called Katadyn. There's a lot of brands like it. It's iodine or it's bleach, and they're pretty simple. I pick it up at Cabela's, I'll pick them up from any sporting or camping store. And all you do is you open it up, you usually get like 30 tablets a box from whatever brand you buy it from, and you read the instructions. It's going to have you measure out a certain amount of water, it's going to have you throw it in a water bottle or a container of some sort, then you're just going to plop one of those tablets in the water, wait the amount of time it says, and boom, now you have drinkable water. Bonus tip for those of you guys who are really preppy, you can also drink the water in the back of your toilet. You know, the part you rest your back against? So there's water in there too. I really don't want to drink that. That's why I buy these, and that's why I buy these. So this is going to be one of those purchases where it's probably what you buy for your entire paycheck. They run about 15 bucks. Maybe you can buy 1 or 2 food things afterwards, but that's pretty much it for water. Now for the fun part, at least for me. Remember how I said I don't want to be the bad guy out of desperation? I meant it. Just like your food and water allows you to take care of yourself and the ones you love, your ammo allows you to protect yourself and the ones you love. Additionally, when you have food and you have water, if things go really bad, there's going to be people that don't. If you have enough to share, by all means do, but also there will come a day that you have something and others don't, and if things are really bad, they're going to want to take it from you, and you need to defend that if you want to keep living. Gun ownership is a very big, very personal choice, and I'm not going to make that choice for you. That's something you have to decide for yourself. That being said, if you have questions as far as what's your first gun to buy, where to go for it, if just getting your first gun in general, or even getting your fourth gun in general, is something that you want to do some research on, it scares you, there's just so much you want to get into it, I'll make some videos here on what guns I do own, what guns I think are good for, somebody's first gun if you're somebody who's gone your whole life without shooting and you want to get into it. So stay tuned. That's my shameless plug. Back to ammo. Stockpiling ammo, just like stockpiling the rest, you're going to do it gradually. So every few paychecks, buy another box of ammo. Ammo is going to be one of those things where you can't really buy a box of ammo and go out and also buy a bunch of food and a bunch of water and stay within that $20 budget. Additionally, not everybody's going to have a $20 budget, and you're going to need to pick and choose at times. So what you're going to want to do, every few paychecks, buy a box of ammo for whatever gun you have. Not everybody's going to have that $20 budget. There have been times throughout my life where I have only used $5 paycheck to get a little bit of food, a little bit of water. There's been times where I haven't used any money in my paycheck to store stuff and have actually relied not so much on ammo. I mean, I like going shooting. I think everybody should trade, but like that canned food, that water. So don't be afraid to let this process take some time. Additionally, storing ammo is going to take a little bit longer because not only do you want to store ammo, you want to train. You want to go out and practice, and you want to dip into that ammo storage so that you can make the ammo you do have count if you need it to count. Plus, it's a heckin' good time. I prefer ammo containers as far as my ammo storage goes. That being said, I did not always have the money to afford them. When I first started stockpiling ammo, I would use protein powder containers. After I finished the protein powder, wash them out, dump my ammo in there, scrape the top of it. And so having some ammo tucked away generally is a good idea, and you want the amount of ammo you have stored away to increase over time, because the goal is you're gradually going from being prepared for 3 weeks of something going bad to being prepared for 6 months of something going bad, a year of something going bad. As far as food and water goes, I feel like I have a good amount, but it's not going to last me a year. It's probably going to stretch for 3 months. And so just slowly store this stuff away. It's the basics. We don't need to jump into anything big if we don't have steps 1, 2, and 3 taken care of. And those first steps are food, water, and final thing to consider. I know the goal is to stockpile stuff for the future, but use what you have. It sucks to buy a bunch of cans of soup or a bunch of rice or any food really, just to never use it and throw it away a year later. So while you want to buy more than you'll use, that's the point of putting money away to store for the future, you want to gradually go through it, and you want to eat stuff before it expires, and you want to replace that stuff on the back end as or before you're using it. And so there you go. That's all I really have for you this video. It's my first YouTube video. I'm sure it's going to come out some sort of funky way, but please don't be afraid to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to try and make videos every 2 weeks-ish, and so you'll see more videos start popping up here. Hope you guys have a great day. Stay safe. I'll see you guys in the next video.